guys, my name is Marcela and today I want to share with you 10 tips that professional cleaning companies use and that you can easily apply in your home. I'm not sure if you already know this, but I have a cleaning company and I have been in the cleaning industry since 2004. And through all these years, I have learned a lot about cleaning. And we have created a system that we apply into our clients' homes. That's why I wanted to share this video with you so you could apply the same system that we use and clean your home more efficiently. And my first tip is to corral all your cleaning supplies in a specific area, in the same area. It could be inside a bucket under the sink, or maybe you could have them in a specific designated area, in a closet, etc. Whatever works best for you, always keep them all together. And the reason is because if you are cleaning your bathroom, for example, and then, you forgot something, then you have to go back and start looking for whatever you forgot. Maybe you forgot the powder or the disinfectant, or maybe you forgot a sponge. And what's going to happen is that you are going to waste time going back and forth trying to find something because you didn't have it with you. So if you keep it all together, all you need to do is get either your bag or your bucket or whatever, or your caddy, whatever you have, and bring it to the areas that you're cleaning. My tip number 2 is to declutter first and then clean. When you are going to clean, for example, your kids' room, you're not going to clean on top of all of the toys they have around, right? What you have to do is put everything back where it belongs. Put all of the toys, or if you're cleaning the kitchen, put all of the spices that may be on top of the counter, put them back where they belong, and then you have a clear area to clean. My third tip is to work always from top to bottom, left, right. If you want to do it on the other side, like right to left, it's also fine. What I'm trying to say is that you create a system, or you work accordingly to this specific area. If you clean, for example, the kitchen, you are not going to clean inside the refrigerator, and then you're going to move to the other side of the kitchen to clean a cabinet, and then you're not going to go to the counters and go back to another cabinet, because that way what is going to happen is that you are going to waste time because you're going back and forth all over the place. And also, you're not going to remember exactly what you already cleaned. If you clean from one specific area and then you start walking around, that's going to be much faster for you and you are not going to waste any time. And when I say that you have to clean from top to bottom, is because you're not going to clean the surface of your counters or the surface of any furniture that you may have at home, and then clean whatever you have on the wall, for example, right? What is going to happen if you do that is that all of the dust is going to go down to the table, and then you will have to clean the table again. That makes you waste your time. That's why always top to bottom, and start with one area and continue around, so that way you don't forget anything and you don't waste time. My tip number 4 is to let your liquid do the job for you, not the other way around. What I mean by that is that when you clean, for example, the stove or maybe the bathtub, which are the areas that always require more work, don't spray it and then wipe it off right away, because that way it's going to take you way longer to get rid of that grease that is on top of your stove. If you let it be there for a little while and then you do something else while that liquid or that cleanser is working, then it's going to be much easier for you to clean it because the liquid already did its job. My tip number 5 is always to clean from side to side like a zigzag, and not all over the place. This specifically is going to look even worse when you do areas, for example, the door of the refrigerator, which is stainless steel. If you do this movement, what's going to happen is that there are going to be spots that are not clean. So if you look at from the back, you're going to notice that there are some dirty spots, and that is because you did this. Instead of going side to side, if you do side to side, then you're going to clean every single area from that surface And two, you're not going to waste your time because you don't have to go back again. You already did it right the first time. My tip number 6 is to line all your items when you clean. For example, if you're cleaning the countertops in your kitchen and you have stuff outside of the counter because you use them all the time. Let's say that you always keep outside some of your spices that you use over and over and every single day, so you don't want to keep them away and you want to keep it on the side, which is totally fine. But if you clean that and then leave them like all over the place, doesn't look nice. So try to get used to this tip, because once you see everything lined up, it's not only clean, but it's also pleasant to the eye. Try to line them up and try to face them to you so they will look much nicer. My tip number 7 is that when you clean your entire house, when you designate a day to clean your whole house, I would suggest that you start with the area that is harder for you. In our case, we always start with the bathroom because I feel that the bathroom takes the longest to clean. It's always more meticulous and it's always harder to clean. So that way, when we clean the bathroom right away in one of our clients' home, we feel that half of the house is already cleaned and the rest is much easier to do. It doesn't have to be the bathroom the first place that you start. It has to be the place that is harder for you. If for you is the kitchen, start with the kitchen. If for you is the kids' room or the garage or your office, whatever it's harder for you, always start with that part, because that way it will feel like you have half the job done. My tip number 8 is to simplify your cleaning products. Try to use multi-surface cleaners. Something that can easily be used in your kitchen, on your stove, on your counters, and you can use the same thing in your entire home. Of course, there are very specific spaces or surfaces that will need a specific cleanser or cleaner, but in general, you don't need 10 or 20 products. Just a couple will do the job as 20 products. I like to use a lot, and you know that. I love using a mix of half vinegar, half water, and then I spread a little bit of dish soap, and with that mix I can clean my entire house, including the bathroom, because the vinegar is going to disinfect the bathroom. Just keep in mind that if you have a specific surface that is very delicate, for example, you have marble countertops or granite countertops, you cannot put anything that is acid, so you shouldn't use vinegar on those areas. And if you want to have them for a long time, you may want to have a specific spray for that specific marble countertop. Otherwise, you can use the same spray in your entire house. My tip number 9 is to dust before you polish. And this applies specifically more to wood furniture. If your furniture that are made out of antique wood, for example, and they're like super dusty, don't spray it all over right away before dusting, because it's going to create something like a muddy consistency, and that is not good. It's going to take you way longer to get rid of that muddy or that wet dust. So dust it very quickly, and then you can apply your polish on top of that specific surface. And my tip number 10 is about floors. When you do the floors, always start from the back of the room and then walk your way out. And the reason we do this is because you don't want to step with your shoes, or you don't want to step on your freshly cleaned carpet when you go back and forth of the area. So always start with the back of the area and then walk your way out, and always try to do the pattern that is like a zigzag also, but top to bottom instead, like a W. Always go like this with your vacuum, so that way when you enter the room, you will see your carpets like freshly clean. You will see that pattern that looks like a brushed carpet. That's the way I call it. I call it brush your carpets rather than just vacuum your carpet. So that way it looks so much nicer and pleasant to the eye. And that's it. I really hope you liked this video and you find it informative and it's beneficial for you. I would love if you can let me know in the comments down below If you have some tricks that you have applied in your home, and maybe we can apply it in our homes and everybody can learn from you. And before I go, I wanted to ask you, if you have any questions for me, please let me know in the comments down below. People ask me, why do you make videos in English and Spanish? Why do you make videos about cleaning? People think that I'm like obsessive with cleaning, and that is not the truth. The truth is because, as I told you at the very beginning, is because I have this cleaning company and I thought it would be good to share my knowledge with you. But if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments down below, so I may consider to do a video and we can get to know each other a little bit better. If you liked this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with all your friends, because this really helps me, and I will see you very soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.